warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. After the taslim, while I am sitting in the tawadruk position, I may put my left hand down on the ground next to my body for support. Is this prohibited?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wasalam ala rasulillah. Questions regarding, you said after the taslim or before? After taslim, while sitting in the tawadruk position, I put my hand on the floor
Your left hand on the floor for support.
for support. Is this prohibited or allowed? Type. Are you asking a question with regards to something pertaining to inside of the salat? Can you lean on a hand in the prayer because you need support? Obviously, the person said after taslim. Or are you asking with regards to sitting and reclining upon your left hand? If it's inside of the salah, then if you pray according to the best of your ability. If you have a health condition or something wrong with your leg or your bone or something like this, and you have to sit or do what you can, فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. As far as if you're asking about sitting on your left hand and the prohibition of sitting and reclining on your left hand, I don't understand the connection of that with regards to salah. You've made the taslim, the prayer is done, the prayer is over. Khalas. Now fix your posture or how you want to sit. So I'm sitting in tashahhud, right? I made the taslim. How long do you have to what? Recline on your left hand. After the taslim. During the taslim, while you're making the taslim, mumkin. But if you've done the taslim, that means the prayer is supposed to be over, finished. So I'm not 100% sure on exactly what you mean by the question. Inshallah, please explain. And forgive me for my lack of understanding. Fadal.
What's the ruling or what's the correct opinion on cutting a part of the hair to be shorter than another?
Question with regards to cutting one part of the hair shorter than another part. Tell you. If it's done in a way which isn't specific to no type of pagan ritual or superstitious type of, practice or anything like that, and it's a normal accepted hairstyle, and it isn't specific to the kuffar and the mushrikun and the sinful Muslims, then I don't see anything wrong with it with regards to getting your hair tapered in a certain way or a specific way. Al-qaza. Wallahu alam.
Initials AA, Philadelphia, USA. If Allah created us in pairs, what does it mean for those who remain alone without a pair in this dunya?
Question, well, if Allah made us in pairs, then what about someone who never gets a wife in this dunya? As long as you're living, then you don't know what is made for you until you've died. You're living, you're alive, you're not married, you're lonely, you want to get married, you don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow, next week, next month, you may get married. Allah may bless you with a pair. Now, that's first and foremost. Secondly is, Allah Azza wa Jalla's creation is beautiful and perfect. That's the general default way Allah made things. But it doesn't mean that there aren't deformities. And it doesn't mean that there aren't people who don't have a pair, or people who don't have food to eat, rizq. Even though Allah has mentioned that He's given, there's no moving creature on earth except that He what? Illa ala Allahi rizquha. That is, His sustenance the sustenance is upon Him. So there are specific situations and exclusions or exceptions to certain rules. Wallahu alam.
Initials AK, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Why do we take from Ibn Hajar and Imam an-Nawawi even though they were Ash'ari, but we can't take from contemporary Ash'aris?
Question is from Ontario. Why do we take from Ibn Hajar and Nawawi, etc., even though they were Ash'ari, but we can't take from contemporary Ash'aris? May Allah bless you. Question number one is, I don't think that there's consensus that Ibn Hajar rahimahullah was an Ash'ari. It's not consensus. There lies no doubt. There are mistakes and errors that were made with regards to certain issues of Allah's attributes and things like this. And Fath al-Bari. There's no doubt about that. The ulama, the researchers, the bahithin, they've proven these mistakes, these akhta. وقع فيها هو رحمه الله ورضي عنه. أمير المؤمنين في الحديث. Ibn Hajar is one of the greatest imams of hadith. But there isn't consensus that he was an Ash'ari. Wasn't consensus. My master's thesis, a diraya of Ibn Hajar rahimahullah, obviously we had to tahqiq and dirasa. And the dirasa is the study of the author and of the book. Dirasatul mu'allif wal mu'allaf. And in my introduction, I didn't state that he was Ash'ari, but from what I read and studied, and with the other people who wrote and studied and talked about his biography, they had different views. Some said he was Ash'ari, and some say that he was Muttarib. He was confused and mixed. And you read Fath al-Bari, you find many places in which yuqarrir madhab salaf. It's a fact. He's affirming the way of the Salaf al-Salih with regards to the Aqeedah and Allah's attributes. And there are other places in which he just remains silent. So some say he was Muttarib al-Ra'i. He wasn't on one clear thing. And others, they say كان أقرب إلى عقيدة مفوضة الحنابلة. We have the Aqeedah, or the way, the madhab of Tafweed, in which a person, the ayah says, Yadullahi fawqa aydihim. They say that the Yad of Allah, we're not saying it's a real hand, nor are we saying it means power and omnipotence. We say Allahu Alam bil murad. We don't know what it means, nor do we take any opinion or any view. Call us a tafweed, in which they refrain from saying anything about it. In affirmation, negation, interpretation, nothing. So there were some Hanbali scholars who had different issues. Some of them say, like Ibn al-Jawzi, rahimahullah, and they had different mixtures of views and positions and stances. Some of them say Ibn Hajar was with that group. The point is, al-muhim, what's important is that there isn't consensus that Ibn Hajar rahimahullah was Ash'ari. That's incorrect to say that. It was not consensus. Nawawi, one may say that. Mumkin. Person could say that. It would be easier to say that about Nawawi than what? Hafidh ibn Hajar. Alright? Even then, Nawawi rahimahullah wasn't like a staunch Ash'ari. Nawawi rahimahullah, in his books, he always quoted from those who came before him. He always quoted from the Shurah who came before him, and he never said the view himself, this is what's meant and that's what's meant. So we have to be mindful of what we say about these Imams. That's first and foremost. Point number 2, if we take from them, why can't we take from contemporary Ash'aris? Well, those who say that you can only take from this person, and cannot take from that person, and this mistake and this error, those people, they have to answer that question. This person made a mistake, burn all of his books. They have to answer that question. I can't answer that question because we don't necessarily believe that. And just because there's an error or a mistake in a book or a statement here or there, that means that everything else is neglected and wasted. We don't hold that view. All right? Last but not least is, you have to look at the need. What are you studying with this person for? Are you a student of knowledge in a university or school? Or you want to listen to someone? Or is there a substitute for this person? And what is this person calling to and affirming? There are details, all right, brothers and sisters? It's not just black and white. Are we understand this? Wallahu alam. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam wa barak. Abdihi Rasulih Nabina Muhammad.